Hello and welcome everybody to Saturday's Loom Knitting. Um, this is my second time really working with these, working on the loom. And I noticed in a video I was watching earlier today, just to get a couple other ideas, like today's project is just a standard knitted hat on the loom, and I'll show it to you in a moment. But one thing I did notice in the looms I was looking at compared to the ones I have is, I should have got one out of the box. Mind my big head for a moment, please, everybody. So this is the kit I've got. I've won this, oh goodness, a couple years back now. But I'm just going to pull out the one here to show you. Something I noticed. And I thought, I don't know if this is really that great of a kit or whatever. Like, it's working okay for me. It's just, I am finding a problem, and I don't know if it's a common problem. To start off with, the tool to take the stitches over the pegs. My tool at the end, I don't know how well you guys are going to be able to see this, is very blunt. There, if I put it maybe. It's not sharp here at the end at all. It's very, very blunt tip. Second thing I noticed when I was watching another video was their pegs. My pegs are rounded at the top. They have like a little slit underneath, almost like a crochet hook. And I know you're not going to see it very well, but the slit down the peg that you're supposed to take your little hook and put into will not fit. You can't do it. So like, I'm literally taking my thumb and my index finger and I'm pulling up the stitch a little bit so I can get my tool underneath it to like grab it and up and over. But then I end up using this finger a lot to kind of, I don't know, just this finger is hurting for one, and so are these two from doing the loom. I don't know if these kits are not the greatest of the kit style or what, because the ones I saw, like I said, the point on the tool was sharper. There's also a different color handle. Okay, I imagine it comes in multi-colors because there's probably multi-sets. The little tops of their pegs are more square. There was no angle piece like there is on crochet hooks at the bottom here of the top, like underneath the top part. And like I said, the slits down the things were a lot deeper. I don't know how well you guys can see that. I don't like these pegs. I really don't. But I'm going to continue through because my hat is almost done. So I'm doing it with two colors. First time I did a hat on these looms, I did it actually on this green one here that I was just showing you. And I did it with a pretty funky yarn that had flex in it. And I only did it with one strand because I thought it felt thick enough and looked thick enough. But even though the label labeled it as a 5-weight, no. Definitely works better with a 5-weight on these looms or 2 worsted weight yarns. Well, the yarn I'm using, and I figured this would be thick enough, but I'm thinking I'm wrong as well, is my Burnett Super Saver, which I just used on my Halloween wreath. And then this one's almost like a homespun yarn, but I know the homespun yarn comes in the longer skeins like this. And this is a short, chunky, fat one, so I don't think this is homespun, but it's like homespun yarn. So I've got those two paired up. This one's got it has no label, unfortunately, but it has like a gray, tan, like it's almost like a slate gray, I would say. A tan, and then there's like almost like a dark army green. Like a really, really dark army green. So I figured with the beige color, because this is, off-white, it's not white, it's an off-white, would look good together. Now, I also only did a short brim of, like, I don't even know how many rounds, but it's short. Like, it's not a 2-inch brim like I know a lot of the videos say to do. But I've got it almost done. Now, I know it is kind of holy all the way through. Like, I can put my finger through it, which I know is not good. So my tension's not the greatest. Like I said, I know it's hurting my hands significantly. And I will put it on to show you guys how it's looking so far. So mind the head for a moment. So like I said, I like short brims. So I'm thinking I could probably end it now, to be honest with you. Like it feels like it comes up a good amount above my head. So yeah, I'm thinking maybe one more round, maybe. But like it's a good size. I know it's not a look for me with the loom on top. I'm sorry. But like it is a good size. It's snug. So I don't know how well it's going to be warm because, like I said, it's quite holey throughout. And I don't know if that's just my tension or the types of yarn I use. Like I didn't use two normal worsted, like I said, because this one's, to me, it looks like it'd be a worsted, labeled as a worsted, if not a 5. But I don't know. It could be my pegs are too far apart. Maybe because of the kit I've got. Maybe the pegs should be closer. But I'm going to finish it. Like I said, now that I had it on and stuff, I think I might only do 1 or 2 more rounds and I'm going to call it. And I do know I'm going to make a pom-pom just out of this yarn front top. Just because the more of this I can use, the happier I'll be, to be honest with you. Because not a fan of it. I've never knitted with it or crocheted with it, really. I've only ever done a little loom with it. And I know some people love the homespun type yarns. Myself, I don't know. Not pleased with it, that's for sure. I wouldn't go out and purchase it on purpose. I think this was given to me, the yarn. So that's my loom. Next week I will definitely show you the finished project next Saturday of the loom hat. I would like to try at least one more hat. And I know you can do other stitches other than just the straight knit stitches. There's the knit, there's purl, there's other stitches. I've seen different looks, so I know you can do it in other ones. But I've also seen how you can do like a sock slipper, and that would be on this loom you would do it on. So I'm almost tempted to maybe have my hubby take me out and I'll go get a couple skeins of a 5-weight yarn that's really soft and do a pair of like slippers, house slippers or sock slippers or whatever you want to call them on this loom. Just like say I made something else than a hat. But like I said, like I know what's the way this part of my finger feels. I'm not pleased. It hurts. I'm glad I only work on the loom 1 day a week because if I did this every day, I think my hand would be quite sore. Again, I know my tension is not the greatest, but like I said, I am still very new at this. Am I going to keep up with it on my channel? I don't know. Like I said, I'm going to try and make another one, at least one more project. And then from there, I'm going to debate on if I'm going to keep doing this or if I'm going to give this up. Because I did see something. I've seen a couple YouTubers make the I know it's such an mandala, but mosaic. I've seen a couple different people make mosaic yarn or blankets, and I actually watched a tutorial on that the other day because I've never attempted to do a mosaic blanket before, ever. A mosaic anything. And I was came across a YouTuber just the other day doing a mosaic and showing you the chart and how to read the chart, like different stitches and stuff. And I thought, that's actually quite simple, I feel. It's just remembering what colors A, what colors B kind of thing. So your background color, your design color, if you're only going to do 2 colors, which is what I'd like to do. Because I know Erin over at Crafting Kitty last year had made a mosaic blanket. And it was done with like an off-white color and Burnett, I want to say Burnett stripes. And it was in like a coffee mocha type colorway. I can't remember exactly what she said it was, but it turned out really, really cute. And I thought, oh, I'd love to do that, like, but with purples or something, like a long striping purple yarn. So I'm thinking I'm going to attempt to finish my hat this week. Next week, start maybe making slippers or socks on this one, and work on it for a week or two. And then I'm thinking I might scrap this. I might not, because I did talk to my son actually just recently before I really worked on my hat that I would like to get the shorter, thin ones or the one that's kind of like shaped like an S. And it's because the short, thin ones are made for scarves, like double thickness scarves. The one that's shaped like an S, and I don't know how many pegs those are. I think they're like 150, 200 pegs, something like that. Like I know there are a lot of pegs, and I know they're for blankets. But if my finger is gonna hurt every time I use these, I don't know, because like I said, I did mention those other ones to my son. But I think what I would do is have him go out with me to a couple different yarn places. So I found one I liked that had maybe different pegs than this. Because I'm thinking these pegs are not the greatest pegs. I don't know. That's all I really got to say about this. My experience, yeah, I got getting something made. Am I enjoying it? Not really. Like I worked on it last Saturday at my camper, and then today, throughout the day, I've worked on my hat, and I'm not enjoying it as much as I was hoping I would. Like I said, like I've got a 4 set. Here, I'll show you the back of the box. This is like I got like 4 different set looms. And then I've got like the peg, and it came with the needle, and it came with actually it came with the hook, the needle, which I've got 2 other plastic needles, so I threw them in because I don't like using the plastic ones. And it also came with 3 extra pegs. Now the reason this one's got a pink peg in it is because the green peg that was in it was very, very rough. Let me show you if I can pull it out. I still have it, but I was not happy with the peg. Like the molding job of it or something. Like it's got a really bad lip on it, and it was catching the yarn. I know you guys probably can't see that. And then this orange loom I'm working on. I'll see if I can show. Like I'm glad I keep a nail file in my notions bag. I always have, just normally it's for my nails, but sometimes you get those hooks you gotta kind of, or knit needles you gotta kind of file down a piece. Well, when I first pulled out this loom to use it, I don't know how well you're gonna be able to see it, but right where the locking peg is, on the inside, there's a very sharp piece right here. Right there beside my finger. I don't know how well you guys can see it. And it stuck out a good amount. And I thought, oh my goodness, that's going to snag my yarn. So I literally had to take my nail file, because I have no sandpaper, and I literally had to sand it down because it was rough. And I thought, I don't know how normal that is, because my green one that I'd used, yeah, it's actually got it too. So I wonder if that's on all of them where this peg is. So the green one's got it too. It's right here. Yeah, you can see it. So I don't know, the blue one and my pink one have it. I've never really looked at them to see. So yeah, it's not a great quality of looms. Like I said, I may take my son with me shopping one of these weekends when I go shopping for yarn, and see what other sets we can find, like better quality, because in my opinion, I don't think these qualities that great. And if I can replace these circle ones, I'll donate them to like Goodwill or something like that. But unfortunately, it'll be without the. Well, I'd probably send the hook too, but I could find a better hook. I know you can buy the hook, the little hook pieces separately. But if I can find, I may not replace the round ones yet, but if I can find the long, thin ones that you use for scarves and stuff, if I can find that one with the better pegs and the S one with the better pegs, then I'll convince my son to get those for me for Christmas kind of thing. But of course, I know that's what I'm getting, but of course, I won't get it until, Christmas time. Because, I don't know. I'm not happy with these. I really am not. I know you guys keep hearing me say this. Like, they may be great for, beginners, but then again, they're not, because, they hurt using them, and it's going to deteriorate people for wanting to use them. And so either in a couple weeks I'll still be doing the loom, or in a couple weeks I'm going to say, nope, I'm not doing the looms right now. They've been, scratched for the time being. I may do the odd hat here or there kind of thing, but to work on them every week. And I may start doing a mosaic blanket. I actually went on to Mary Maxim yesterday to look, because I know sometimes they have some free patterns and then they have some paid patterns. And they had a really couple cute paid ones. So I don't know what my son's willing to spend for me for Christmas. But if it's in around the price that I've seen these paid ones for, and we can't find a loom that I like, or I really do give them up, I may kind of convince him to, hey, there's this site, get him on it, show it to him, and say, if I can convince Dad to take me, all I need is your credit card. I'll buy that separately, and you can hold on to it till Christmas time, because I do know his PIN number for his card. I buy the pizza a lot when I go out and get the pizza a lot when it comes for dinner kind of thing, and he pays for it with his bank card. So I do know his bank card information. So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I haven't looked at Mary Maxim or any place for kits for looms to see what they may have. And I don't know how well in pictures I'll be able to see their pegs. I'd rather see them in person. So I don't know if I'm going to be doing this still in a couple weeks. I know you guys are all going to encourage me, keep at it, Tammy. You will get better. With time, the practice, you do improve your craft, obviously. But if my finger's going to hurt every time I do this, and I'm a right-handed, and like when I crochet, I hold my crochet hook in my right hand. When I knit from right to left, and I hold my yarn in my right hand. So I don't really want to injure my right hand doing something that maybe I'm not too happy with. I know you guys know what I mean. So anyways, that's my Loom Saturdays. Tomorrow I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that I'm going to be home for the day and I can get to work on that hat from my Head to Toe Winter Knits book. I would love to have it off the needles by tomorrow, which, because I'm in decreasing now, I should be able to do that. Now, I still don't know how I'm putting it together. I've had ideas in my head, but that's a tomorrow's topic, not today. So thank you guys for hanging out. If you wouldn't mind hitting the like or dislike button, either way would help me out or help get my videos out there more. I'd appreciate it. And you guys have a great night, and I will talk to you later. Bye for now.